Hey folks, Frank the Pestgeek here. We're looking at a glue board. This is my monitor glue board where there's three of them. You can see a cross here. And I placed these in three places in a home that we were doing a German roach job, obviously. And this one was like placed behind the stove, this one behind the fridge, and this one was placed over by the person's bed. The person is, in this case, had a stroke and they have their bed in the living room, and it was a serious infestation. This is week number. We were there, and then we went back at 14 days, and then we went back, and then this is the second monitoring. So this is after the third service. One of the things that I noticed, I didn't put any monitors on the first service because there was such a serious infestation. We knew we were going to catch a lot. Um, I just wanted to get a knockdown as fast as I could. And what I noticed is that in most German roach jobs that I've done where I monitor, which I monitor all of them, the nymphs are usually an 80-20. 20% adults, 80% nymphs. In this case, it's mostly adults and mostly adult males is what we always catch. Um, there's a couple of females in there, but mostly adult males. And if you notice, I'm going to do another video real quick. I'm going to zoom in on this. Let me see if I can zoom in and still, yeah. So if you notice, right over there, right in the center there, there's an egg casing. You can see they hatched. This one's weird because that one egg casing right there in the middle is in the middle and there's nothing around it. How did that egg casing get there? I don't know if it dropped, from up top and then it just fell and it just landed there. But you can see there's the nymphs around the adults, and there's very little females here that are pregnant. Usually I catch a lot of pregnant females. I'm catching mostly males. And the reason I can tell it's a male, if you look, let me put my finger there. You see behind there those two little dots sticking out at the side, at the back. Those is known as the cerci. And in the male, they're really nice and packed together. But in a female, let me see if I can find a female here. There's a, let's see right over here. Where is it? Right there. All right. That's a female. See how that little tip is coming out there and coming out there? This body's wider than the male. So you can see the difference. See the male right there? The two little dots sticking out, that little cerci. That's how you can tell the difference between a male and a female. But it's very, very, very interesting to me how I'm catching mostly adults. I'm going to see when we go back. I was there last week. We're going to go there next week. 14 days. We're giving it 14 days between treatments. I could do it sooner. It's an issue of, always finances and how we program this based on the tolerance of the customer and how, they're able to, the finances. Ideally, in an infestation this severe, I would come back every week. We did it in a week after, and then we came back at 2 weeks. So this was caught after the second service, on the third service. And I'm you can see there, this is what most people look at. Let me put it there. See those little dots? That's excrement. That's, they defecated. Those are excrement, and it looks like coffee grounds a lot of time. People see it in their cabinets, their cupboards. They don't realize that it's not coffee ground, that is excrement from the roaches. They basically defecated while they were on the board. We got a lot of it, and a lot of stuff just loose in the kitchen, but very little nymphs. I don't know if there is I'm going to look at that one right there, if there is a deformation of the wings starting to happen because of the IGR, because of the point source on that one. I'm not seeing too much. I'm seeing it over here too on that one. Let me go over here where my finger is. That right there. That end of those wings at the bottom looks odd. This one's a little darker than most. And that one's a female too. So I'm trying to notice if there's, see this one right here. Where's my finger? Look at that. That's a female too. So we don't know if there's a little bit of deformation in the female because of the IGR. Is it just because it's a female and the way it's caught? It's this one right there. Oop, I stuck my finger in the right there. That's what we're looking at. So yeah, so interesting. This is why monitors are so important. This is why we use them in trapping. And now this will also give us a reference point of seeing the decline. Next week, when we pull the other boards, I'm gonna show you the difference. Hopefully, if we did our job right, there'll be a good decline, and you'll see the decline. This was really heavily infested. This board would have been totally full. I've had other pictures that I've shown before where the board is completely full of thousands of roaches because of the amount. I just wanted to see what it was going to be like. I knew we were going to catch a ton. There's some nymphs. And look at all nymphs and all different instars. People think they have different roaches. All you have is the nymphs in different instars. And an instar is the molt in between the two. So, when there's a molt and they change, and then now, they're going to have 5 instars, and you can see them all in the different instars, different growth stages of, of maturity. And what we're hoping for is the IGR does its job. There's an egg casing that hatched. And there's a lot of nymphs in this area. But yeah, very interesting. We're going to look at I'm going to do a comparison video and bring them back and show you the difference in 2 weeks after what we caught. And then hopefully we'll see a decline. We'll see something different. There's another one right there where, see it defecated. That's poop right there where the roach defecated.